All right, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live 365. We're in Hollis Center, Maine today at my brother Rick and sister-in-law Sherry's place. Decided I would jump outside today. 66 degrees, sunny, an absolute banger of a day ahead. Looks good, weather's great, brakes are good, tires are fair. I typically laugh at my own jokes. Today is my 57th birthday. Another trip around the sun, as they say. Good morning, Roy Dahl. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Birthday boy today. So made it. I made it. If I known I was going to live this long, I'd have taken better care of myself. Good morning, sunshine. Bubba Hogan, good to see you. I'm outside. Feels good to be outside. 66 degrees, sunny. Going to be a fantastic day. These are the days it's great to be in Maine. Light breeze. Dozen or so sharks closely offshore. Don't swim at the beach. So good summer day. This episode today is sponsored by Toyota. This is my brother's new to him Voodoo Blue Toyota Tundra. How about that? Yeah, he's loving that. He's enjoying it. So Ben Bryant, good to see you. Kevin Hawthorne on the YouTube. Krista Holland traveling to Pandemonium, I think, this morning. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Coffee's hot. Things are good here. I'm just Wendy and I just been going from brother's house to brother's house and eating like kings and living free. That's good. I told my brother Rick this morning, I said, as he made me a breakfast, I said, I'll make sure I have all this stuff available when you come up and visit me so you can do the same thing. Ben is late. Very, very late. If you're younger today, you're just an older fart. Yeah. TGIF, says Dave Howard. Yeah, good to see you, man. It's a brisk 66 here in the shade. Life's good. We're having a good trip. Gonna get to see Bailey again today, so that's good. Some of her friends coming into town. One didn't make it because of the power outage at PWM, which is too bad. Hopefully she'll get in today. We get to see Abby. Gonna meet some of the crew, which will be good. We're gonna go to the Holy Donut and get them some donuts. So Ben says the great migration of the pond guys across the world to their home nesting site. Yes, Ben, are you headed over? Where is Pandemonium? I'll know I've made it big when I get to speak at Pandemonium, right? Gypsy Life. Yeah, for sure. Bubba, nobody knows better than you. And thanks on a happy birthday. Yeah, it kind of came up quick. I saw a bunch of other people that share a birthday with me, so that was kind of interesting, cool to see. Good morning from Ocean Springs. Well, moving around, I like it. Pondo is at Roy's house. All right, St. Charles. Yeah, got some good comments going this morning. Good to see you guys. It's been a good trip down. We touched off the trip with a $600 repair to the Jeep. Whoops, the brakes were grabbing, so it needed rear brakes and a caliper or something. So whatever, it's all good. It's only money. You get a whole bunch more next week, right? Good, Ben. Have a good time. Hope you guys have a great stay. Bubba, you going to Pandemonium? Yeah, it's a full house. Everybody that's anybody is here and in the mix. So we've been talking about becoming relentless. And I've always felt that I was relentless. Don't give up, right? First 3 days of this 10-day series, we talked about just kind of keeping yourself in the fight, right? Today, we're going to see what happens. We'll just stay there long enough, okay? The work stops becoming exciting, stops being exciting, right? And it kind of gets a little boring, right? So this one should hit you business owners square between the eyes, because oftentimes we get into it and say, wow, things are going pretty good. It's getting kind of boring. Let's shake things up. Get away from doing what works, right? Everybody wants that big breakthrough, right? Very few people want the repetition that creates it. Okay, I stopped counting last week. We're in the 590s of days in a row. Okay, but we just kind of keep doing the thing here, right? Everybody wants to celebrate the big moment, the big sale, the transformation, the championship, the successful business, right? Um, but most success is built somewhere nobody's watching, right? Doing things nobody would consider particularly exciting, right? Wow, that guy, he's doing really good. Wow, yeah, he's a 10-year overnight success. You know, we just do the thing again and again and again, all right? And eventually excellence gets boring. Doing it right gets boring. Doing the thing that worked gets boring. And that's exactly where a lot of people quit. Okay. So, guys, good morning. If you're new here, just joining us, or maybe somebody shared this out with you and you're watching it on the rewind, welcome to what I call Live 365. I'm Bob Turner. I'm Bailey's dad, Wendy's husband, Rick's brother. And I'm at his house today. And I'm a business coach, speaker, author of the book Finding Your Edge, where I blended my lessons learned in 20 years in the contracting world with a bunch of years doing endurance sport. Lessons learned in mental toughness and stick-to-itiveness, if you will, and blended them together in a book. So if you don't have a copy, let me know, DM me, and I'll send you one. I didn't write the book to become a millionaire. I wrote it to let people know, uh, to help them find their edge, help them get to know me better, and kind of a little bit of marketing, right? Michelle Bunker, good to see you. Where's your other half? Excellence does get boring. Just ask me how I know, says Bubba. Yeah, I started doing this every morning, okay? Because I believe we all need a little bit of accountability, right? Somebody reminding us what we're capable of, okay? Because I believe people are capable of way more than they think, okay? We need somebody challenging us from time to time. And occasionally somebody saying, dude, you already know what to do, and to just go do it, okay? That's what we're doing here every morning, no matter what. We're on day 4 of 10 days of becoming relentless, okay? Day 1 was about starting over. Day 2 was about feelings don't get a vote, right? Day 3, yesterday, talked about making your word mean something to you, okay? Today, we're going to talk about something incredibly exciting: boredom. All right? Uh, Here's something I've learned, right? Boring wins, okay? Boring wins, okay? We got to master the mundane. We love the new and the new strategy, the new diet, the new exercise program, the new employee that's the all-knowing, right? New software, the CRM, the marketing campaign. Heck, we like a new business idea. We like a good flashy new planner, a podcast. Heck, we like getting a new coach, a new goal, a new year, a new month, a new week, right? There's dopamine attached to the new, okay? Get a little shot of adrenaline, right? Feels like progress. Hey, we switched it up. We're doing this new thing, okay? Sometimes it feels like, progress, okay? Sometimes it actually is. Here's the problem. Here's your problem, okay? Um, New can also become an escape from repetition, okay? We start doing something, it works. So we do it again, right? Still works. Amazing, huh? Still works. Do it again, it works. And then something strange happens. We get a little bit bored, okay? And because we're bored, we assume something's wrong. Maybe I need a different strategy. Maybe we need another system, okay? Maybe there's a better way, okay? Maybe I need to change everything, okay? We have a new initiative coming out, right? Welcome to the corporate world, right? Maybe you just need to do the boring thing that's working. That doesn't sound very exciting, does it? Rich McGloin, good to see you, Richie. How are you? Zach Madrano, happy birthday, says Wendy. Thank you. I love you. Appreciate you. Guys, success is incredibly unsexy up close, okay? Look at most anything impressive from a distance and it looks exciting, right? Wow, those guys are really knocking it out of the park, right? Like, build a successful company. Hey, running an Ironman. We're climbing Katahdin. We talk a lot about that. Lose 50 pounds, right? Write a book, okay? Build a great marriage, okay? Find a great partner. Become financially successful. Become an exceptional leader, okay? From the outside, hey, awesome. Hey, Catherine Thomas, good to see you back. We miss you. Look like you had a beautiful morning down there today. Yeah, I mean, from the outside, somebody might look like they're doing awesome, right? But zoom in. What's actually happening day after day? Nothing exciting. Things like emails, phone calls, meetings, follow-ups, same old dull meal choice, meal planning even, budgets, conversations, practice, learning, sleep, planning, showing up, repetition. Boring as shit, right? That ain't any fun. Nobody makes a highlight reel of, oh, Bob followed up with another prospect today, okay? But do it for 3 years. Oh, Bob went live on Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn, Facebook today. Do it almost 600 times. Now you've built something. That's the game. Doing it over and over and over and being that 10-year overnight success, being willing to stay in the game, being willing to do the things that are boring. Like the fundamentals aren't beneath you, okay? When I was putting this together, I was thinking about the Celtics guy, Peyton Pritchard, okay? He's probably got the best handle in the league, I think, ball handling, right? You know what he does all summer? Works on his ball handling, okay? That's what he does. He becomes even more amazing at it. It's probably boring as shit for him, okay? It's something I see with business owners all the time. They get a little bit of success, and suddenly the fundamentals seem beneath them. Oh, prospecting? Oh, I got a guy for that. Follow up? I don't do that. Somebody else does that. Checking the numbers? Oh, they take care of that in accounting. Talking to customers? My office handles that. Walking jobs and staying in tune? I got a PM for that. Okay? And eventually, the owner becomes so disconnected from the fundamentals, they don't really know what's happening anymore, okay? So delegation is important. We talked about that, but don't confuse someone else can execute this with this no longer matters, okay? Yeah, the fundamentals never stop mattering. Yeah, great comments this morning, guys. Appreciate it. I mean, look at athletes. Like I mentioned, Peyton Pritchard and the Celtics. What do they practice? They practice the fundamentals, right? Over and over and over. You've heard about Kobe. You've heard about Dwayne Wade. All the guys, right? They do the thing. Larry Bird, right? They still shoot the free throws. Tiger Woods still hits the ball at the range, right? They still do the thing. Baseball players taking practice swings, batting practice, taking infield. Football players still practice tackling. Why? They already know how to do it, right? Of course they do. But knowing isn't the same as mastery, okay? Mastery requires repetition. That's true in business too. You've made the sales call before. You know all the word tracks, right? You've done it. Great. Make another one. You've held the team meeting before. We know how this goes, right? Awesome. Do it again next Monday, okay? You reviewed the numbers last week. Everything looked good, right? Review them again. The fact that you've done something before doesn't mean you're finished. Room for improvement, Dave said. Largest room in the world. Love it. Yeah. The magic is in the compounding, guys, okay? Here's what makes the boring so powerful, okay? The individual rep doesn't look impressive, okay? One workout, who cares, right? One sales call, probably not going to change your company, okay? A healthy meal doesn't take the 50 pounds off, okay? Doesn't change your blood work, okay? A good conversation with your spouse does not create an amazing marriage. One employee meeting, that doesn't like change your whole culture, okay? But stack them up. Stack at 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, whatever. Stack them. Stack 1,000. Now something happens, okay? Compounding, all right? That's why consistency is so difficult to appreciate in the moment, because it's just a rep. It's just one rep. Boring. But today's rep isn't where the payoff lives, okay? The payoff is in the accumulated weight of hundreds of reps and just doing the thing. And very few people are willing to do that. Ben says, I think that's where a lot of my problems came from this year. Yeah, we got to stack those reps, right, Ben? And it's boring, it's unsexy, it's mundane, okay? We need sunglasses to see you because you're so bright. Yeah, the sun's just cresting over the roof. I might have to lean here. Shoot. Hey, here's the saying. Stop digging up the seed, okay? Imagine planting a seed. I'm looking over at Sherry's garden right now. You water it on Monday, right? Nothing. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, nothing. Still nothing. So Thursday, you dig that thing up, right? This seed sucks. This seed's not going to grow ever. So you plant another one. You water it twice, nothing. Dig that one up. Try another. That's what some of us are doing in business, okay? New strategy, new marketing, new initiative, new system, new plan, okay? This was boring, okay? This was boring. What's going on here, right? We never leave anything in the ground long enough to grow, okay? So sometimes you don't need another seed. You need to water the one you planted. Give the work enough time to work, okay? I won't bother you with the bamboo, Chinese bamboo tree example. Look it up, okay? We do enough cliches around here. Yeah, for you business owners, like boring is your friend. Think about it that way. If things are boring, you're like, okay, all right, things must be working okay, right? I think a lot of business owners, including myself at times, have created chaos because that feels like leadership, right? Constant changes and changing initiatives and, constant emergencies and new ideas, and everybody running around feels like progress, feels like management, feels like leadership, feels super productive. But you know what a well-run company looks like? Boring. Everybody knows what they're doing. Jobs are scheduled. Customers know what's happening. Meetings happen when they're supposed to. Invoices go out. Money comes in. Sales follow-ups happen. Problems get handled by the right people. No superhero required, period. And that's not boring because nothing's happening. It's boring because the system's working. Crazy, huh? If your business requires like constant excitement just to function, you probably don't have a business. You got a fire department. Simple as that, right? Because you're a firefighter. Um, like, don't create a new problem because you're bored, right? This might sting a little bit, right? For some of you guys that do this. Good morning, Jess. How are you? Jess Novak. Uh-oh, there's a chipmunk running by me. Get out of here. Eek. Oh, he's looking right at me. See if I can cheat. Where is he? We're out in the wild. Oh, shoot. Hey, sometimes when things finally start working, guys, we create a problem, right? Business is stable, team's functioning, relationships good, and suddenly we start screwing with it. We might sabotage it, right? Tony Ruffin, good to see you, brother. I miss you. Why do we start screwing with it? Because we're used to chaos, all right? Chaos makes us feel important. Oh, boy, they can't do it without me, right? When everything's running smoothly, we almost don't know what to do with ourselves, okay? So we change something, we start something, we create something, we get involved with something we shouldn't, okay? Sometimes maturity is being able to look at something that's working and say, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. Just keep doing it. Let it compound. Do the thing. Be patient. What is it? We talk about aggressive patience, right? I was just talking with one of my one-on-one clients yesterday. We talked about aggressive patience. Think about Live 365. Pretty boring, right? Every morning, 8 a.m., I turn the camera on, I talk, I turn the camera off. Next morning, and I do it again. That's not particularly glamorous, okay? There's no massive launch every morning. There's no confetti cannon. Boom. You might see a post, hey, I'm live in 5. It's just show up. And then tomorrow, show up again. Something happens when you stack those days. You begin to notice that people trust you, relationships form, conversations happen, opportunities develop. Not because one Live 365 changed everything, but because the repetition created something that one live couldn't. Trust compounds. Trust compounds. That's what boring can do. And I'll ask you again. Raise your hand if you wondered if I would be here this morning. You knew it. You knew I would be here. Okay? And guys, you don't need to be impressive, okay? I think some people spend too much energy trying to do that, trying to be impressive. Impressive workout, impressive morning routine. Look at all the things that I do. Social media post for the gram, all the splash, right? Impressive announcement. It's got to be grand, okay? I'm becoming less interested in impressive and I'm interested in repeatable, okay? Don't believe the YouTube haters. I'm glamorous. Thank you, Ben. I'm interested in repeatable. Like, can you do it again tomorrow and next week and next month? Okay. Because something mediocre executed consistently will often outperform something extraordinarily executed occasionally. Okay. I'm going to read that again. Something mediocre executed consistently will outperform something extraordinarily executed occasionally. Okay? I think that was a mouthful. Yeah. Alarm set, says Elizabeth. Yeah, appreciate it. Guys, repeatable beats impressive. That's relentless. Okay? Want to do a test? Ask yourself this today. What am I tempted to change simply because I'm bored? Ask yourself that. Not because it's broken, not because the data says it's failing, all right? Not because circumstances changed, just because you're tired of doing it. All right, that's worth examining. And then ask, what would happen if I did it for another 100 reps, 100 sales calls, another 100 workouts, another 100 pieces of content, another 100 just conversations, or just 100 days of doing what you said you would do? What would compound? What could compound by doing that? That's a much better question than what's new? What can I do that's new? How can I shake the snow globe here? Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate you. Yeah, Bubba, say hi to Roy for me. You guys enjoy breakfast. Have a good time. Yeah, guys, the challenge today, just do the boring thing. Just do the boring thing. I want you to identify your boring thing that you have to do today. All right? That's the fundamental that you know works. Doing the thing, okay? It's the thing that you keep wanting to avoid because it isn't exciting anymore. Doesn't look, am I going to make a great Instagram post about this, right? Prospecting, follow-up, exercise, planning, budgeting, team meetings, job costing, content, creating content. Maybe it's the date night. Maybe it's reading. Whatever it is, write it down and just do one rep today. Don't reinvent it. Don't optimize it. Okay? Oh, we're reworking this whole thing. Nah, don't buy software for it. Don't watch a YouTube video about it. Just do it. And then again tomorrow. Do it. Okay? So there. Guys, I like to talk about Edge Live. I'd love to have you in the mix, okay? Stuff like this is exactly why I created it, okay? You guys don't need another 100 ideas, right? We got enough ideas, and I was talking to Tyler the other day, and he's like, people are just guru'd out. They're guru'd out. Everybody's online saying, do this, do that. Pay attention to who you're getting your information from, okay? Inside the Edge Live, we've got a bunch of people who are actually doing business, who have actually failed and succeeded and continue to show up and do the mundane, do the fundamentals. We got 3 calls a month, a business development call. These are 1-hour Zoom calls, group coaching, okay? A business development call, a personal development call, and one that I refer to as office hours. That's my favorite one because we dig into what's actually happening in your world. We'll pop you on the hot seat and ask you a bunch of questions and try to help you figure it out. We give you some action items to go and implement. And then we're going to put a little accountability to it. When you show up the next week, we're going to ask you if you did it. We're going to ask you how it went. Okay? All right? We're not trying to impress each other with how complicated we can make business. We're just trying to answer, what's the thing? What are you going to do? And when we see you again, we're going to ask you if you did it. Okay? Sometimes the best coaching isn't, hey, here's something new. Here's the new way. Here's the life hack. Here's the shortcut. Okay? We might just say, hey, why the hell did you stop doing what was working? Okay? All right? So if you need a little accountability in your life, maybe you need a community, some camaraderie. Maybe you need a place to go where people want you to win rather than chopping you down. Come and see us in the Edge Live. Okay, we'll get the link in and get it posted so you can check it out. If you're interested and you don't see the link, just hit me with a DM. Just say Edge, whatever. We'll track you down. We'll get you involved. Bubba just left. He was going to breakfast with Roy, but I've been trying every day to make sure I promote the Retreat to Attack in Tennessee, November 9th through the 12th. Okay. Today's conversation fit perfectly with that. Goodbye, Ben. Good to see you. Hey, while you're at Pandemonium, let everybody know they should be on Edge Live. All right. and on Live 365 every morning. Okay, maybe we'll get one of you guys to call in from the event. That would be fun. See, well, there I go, creating something new. Guys, sometimes you need to retreat, okay, and retreat long enough to identify what already works that I've stopped doing, okay? What's creating the noise, what's distracting me, all that stuff. And Bob is creating a great event where we can do that. Get away from your normal environment, get around some good people and think, challenge yourself, reconnect with what's important, and then come home and attack, okay? So November 9th through the 12th in the Gatlinburg area of Tennessee. Good morning, Bill Hillstrom. Good to see you, brother. We'll be there. Wendy and I will be there. We're going to put a hike together. Nothing crazy, but we're going to get outside and do some things too. So a little different than your normal sit in the classroom all day and somebody hit the whiteboard and all that. So hope you can join us. Okay. Guys, being relentless isn't always going to look impressive, right? Going to be boring. In fact, like most days, it's probably not going to be impressive at all. Okay. That's the point. Okay. Day 1, we talked about stop, starting over. Day 2, we talked about how your feelings don't get a vote. And day 3, yesterday, talked about how we want you to make your word mean something, not to everybody else, but to you, okay? And today was about how boring wins, okay? Doing the fundamentals and then doing them again and again and again. And don't dig up the seed because it didn't grow overnight, okay? Don't change something simply because you're bored. Don't mistake chaos for progress. Don't become addicted to the new. Just let it compound. Because eventually, people are going to look at what you've built and say, wow, how'd you do that? Wow, you're lucky. Okay? And the answer probably won't be particularly sexy. You're just going to say, I showed up, I did the work, I stayed, I repeated for a really long time. Okay? So tomorrow, we're going to take this directly into the moment where most people fall off. Okay? I'm going to talk about staying when the excitement leaves, okay? Because starting when you're fired up is easy, whether it's a workout or something new, right? Staying when nobody cares anymore, that's a little tougher, right? That's when the separation happens. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So many people jumped on today. The numbers were crazy. It's good to be here. Good to continue doing it. Reach out to somebody that needs to hear from you today. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're proud of them. Encourage somebody, okay? I saw a couple of, whatever you call it, memes, reels, or whatever they are, and about just supporting others, being legitimately happy for somebody that you know that is winning, okay? Let them know. Take care of you. Take care of your people. Take care of your business, okay? Most importantly, like, reach out to somebody that needs to hear from you today, okay? Guys, I appreciate you. I love you. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station, maybe the same place. Who knows? Might be a little bit different. We'll see you guys. Take care. Have a great day.